Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Mindful Moment Meditation series. It's a gift to come together on the first Friday of the month to meditate for 15 minutes as a community. We're fortunate to have Wendy Boscia as our meditative leader for this series. And for those of you just meeting Wendy for the first time, she has extensive training in yoga and meditation and leads Yoga Alliance teacher training at the Angel Wing in Ridgefield, Connecticut. Before we begin, I would ask that you take a moment to make sure that you're on mute. And note that at the conclusion of today's meditative practice, we will end without formal goodbyes or announcements. This will allow for a peaceful transition between our meditation and a return to our day's activities. I wish you all a grounding and rejuvenated session and hope that we see you all next month on July 1st when we meet again. Good morning, Wendy.
Good morning. Thanks everyone for joining me this morning for this monthly meeting. To offer this out there. It's something I love and love to share. So just to let you know, today's topic is going to be just being still. You know, it seems these days with our busy modern life schedules, it's almost like we wear our busyness as a badge, as though the more we do, the busier we are, the more successful or the better we are. But this practice this morning will just invite us to just be still. And even further than that, to really find the ability to embrace a moment of stillness and to remind ourselves that just as we are enough. So let's get started. Make your way to a comfortable seat. If you are at home, maybe sitting on the floor or on a couch. If you're at your desk, maybe just push the chair away, find both feet on the floor. And wherever you are, if you're comfortable with it, let your eyes softly close or just set a gentle gaze down and out ahead of you. I would recommend placing your hands on the top of your knees, at least to start, flipping the palms upward. That helps to open the space of the sternum and the heart a little bit more. And as you find a comfortable seat, sitting up tall with your eyes softly closed, go ahead and take a few breaths here. And you want to take a deep breath in and feel the breath as it rises all the way up to the crown. And then as you exhale, draw the breath all the way down to your seat and find the center of your sitting bones, softening your shoulders. And let's do that a couple of times, just letting the breath travel up the length of your spine, all the way up to the collarbones. And then fully release that breath all the way out and see what you can surrender and get a little heavier on your seat with the exhale. And just continue to take a few more breaths here, settling the body and stilling the mind. Just breathing patiently and fully in and out through your nose. And maybe taking a second of awareness to notice how your belly and your chest, even your head feel when you think of the act of just being still. Noticing any positive or negative stories you might allow to arrive with the thought of just embracing stillness, just noticing them without judging them, without feeding or fighting them. And let's take another round of breath together as we get started. A full inhale and then a long exhale. And giving yourself permission to do nothing at all. Giving yourself permission to embrace this moment of stillness and of simply being right where you are and just as you are. In this moment, there's nothing at all that needs to be done other than just staying right here, relatively still, watching your breath. Taking a few cycles of breath before we move on, inhaling. And a cleansing exhale. Breathing in and exhaling out. And as you watch the breath with an easy, relaxed, spacious mind, just put a little bit of attention on what else the mind might be thinking or the body might be feeling. Maybe notice if any discomfort arises in simply being present and still, in doing nothing at all. Notice if the mind would rather run off towards the future to a to-do list or planning the rest of the day, or perhaps the mind would rather busy itself with reviewing the past. Just notice again without judgment, without getting attached, and then come right back to your breath. And each time you kind of notice thoughts arising, the pull of movement or of distraction, then with loving patience, give your mind permission to let it be and let yourself just settle, rest with nothing to do. Help the mind settle, help the mind be at peace and be still, just by guiding towards awareness of both body and of breath. Present fully with your breath, present fully with the body. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel into the breath. Feel into the body as you let the mind rest. Allow for the mind to just feel spacious, to feel open and at ease. Notice as you breathe in, there might be a rise of the belly or an expansion of the chest. And then as you exhale, the breath recoils and things draw back in. Coming right back again to another inhale. And its full exhale, allowing the mind to just drop gently into stillness, the ease of no longer needing to do, the ease of simply being right where you are and just as you are. The not doing includes not fighting against the movement of the mind or thoughts that arise. Just allow this to simply be. Chasing nothing, knowing that distraction will arise, but there's no need to feed into that story. There's nothing to do. Just come back to the breath, witnessing your breath, observing each inhale, and then each exhale. Notice and acknowledge with patience and even compassion the thinking mind. And you'll find yourself again back in the spaciousness of presence within the physical body and then within the breath. Feel into the preciousness of this very moment, feeling fully present, anchored right here and now through that connection to your breath. As we take another inhale and another exhale, this relative quiet, this relative stillness, recognizing its beauty with your whole body, a freedom in just resting, a spaciousness in stillness, breathing in and releasing as you exhale, taking another full breath in and soften where you can. Relax the shoulders, let the muscles of the face be at ease. And every time the mind wanders, you just call it right back home through the use of your breath. And give yourself permission to just be right here, right now, with nothing else to do other than simply be in stillness. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing more to do. And there's nothing more sacred or more worthy than this present moment, right here and right now, allowing yourself to be just as you are, right here and right now. Taking a couple more breaths, breathe in and exhale, just watching, noticing, being fully present with your body and with your breath. Give yourself permission to just be still. We'll take a few more rounds of breath here. I'll mind the time. You just watch your breath. And as you inhale Just know that you're breathing in, your body's receiving the breath. And as you exhale again, using the exhale to surrender, to soften, and to simply be. Take a few more rounds together. Reminding yourself again that the mind's job is to wander, to think, to acknowledge thought. So just as thoughts or distraction arise, try not to fight them or feed them. Come back to your breath again and continue with that pattern for a few more cycles of breath together. Inhale fully and then exhale completely. Drawing another full breath in and a long breath out. Taking one more full breath in and another full exhale. And just continue with your own natural rhythmic breath now, allowing the breath to bring you back to center, to a little more clarity. Prepare the physical body for movement. Softly letting the eyes flutter open. You might wiggle your fingers or toes or circle the shoulders. A little bit of small movement to begin. And then let's take a big deep inhale and a heavy open sigh exhale. And then just bring your hands to the center of your heart in Anjali Mudra, a mudra of grace and balance. And we'll bow forward here, sealing in our practice and thanking ourselves for giving ourselves this time, allowing ourselves just to be still right where we are, just as we are, reminding ourselves that we are enough. Simply bow forward. Namaste.